Hello, hello. What's up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I am continuing my 31 days of horror movie reviews. And this time I am doing the Amityville Horror, the original Amityville Horror. This came out in 1979, and it was directed by Stuart Rosenberg. And it's based on the true story, however much you want to believe of that, where at the beginning of the movie you see the aftermath, the murderous viciousness, this chaos of the DeFeo murders, this guy killing 4 kids and the 2 parents, shooting them all in their beds while they were sleeping. And he claimed that there were voices telling him to do so. Cut to some time later, the Lutz are moving in. This newly married couple, George and Kathy Lutz, they're bringing the kids in and they're going to live in this house. They got it for super cheap for obvious reasons. And they seem happy until George starts to hear voices. George starts to, I guess, get influence and get slowly possessed by the house, in developing this crave, this need to kill his whole family. Now, what I thought of the original, the Amityville Horror, was, this was interesting because this was my very first time watching the original Amityville Horror. I saw the remake years ago, but I'm watching this one now, and I have to say, I enjoyed watching this movie. I did, and when I say enjoy, let's just say I was creeped out watching this movie, so therefore it did its job in creeping me out. Let's talk about the actors. We have James Brolin as George Lutz, and James Brolin, one of those actors, that name I would hear for years and years, an actor from the 70s, good looking guy, you could tell was probably a leading man, and you see him at the beginning, he seems like a nice guy, a nice, I guess now, stepfather to these kids, and to watch his slow descent. This is a guy who, it's not quick. It's not like you see him as a madman for the majority of the movie. It's a slow progression of him looking sickly, his eyes going back, and his skin going pale, and him starting to hear things, and him starting to see things. But to watch that happen, to watch that progression, great acting from this guy. I mean, what he's doing, the emotions he's bringing, how he's trying to fight these urges, but he can't. His wife, Kathy Lutz, is played by Margot Kidder. Lois Lane, anyone? Margot Kidder, at the time, she knew she was attractive. She knew she was good looking. These scenes where she's wearing a skirt, where she's wearing pigtails, and she's showing off, and the open button shirt. I'm like, okay, Margot Kidder, I see what you're doing here. But she had some good moments as well, where she's waking up from nightmares. She's having nightmares of seeing her husband kill her kids, viciously kill them, and kill her. She's constantly waking up at like 3:15 every morning, every night. Some of the other events, like when the priest comes in to bless the house for them, but he gets attacked by the flies, and then he hears that voice, "Go away," and just that voice, that go away voice, that demonic voice, might be one of the creepiest voices that you can ever hear in a horror movie. I don't blame this guy for wanting nothing to do with this house from the rest of the movie there on out. There's another scene where one of the sons, he gets his hand caught in the window, like the window slams shut on him. He's bleeding, and they can't pull the window seal up, and it was disgusting and hard to watch. Another scene where the babysitter gets locked into the closet and the little girl is just sitting there. Really creepy. That little girl was very creepy. This movie, I did some research, and it seems like it's a tie as far as the first movie to have a cat as a jump scare in a horror movie. You have this one, and you have Alien. Both came out in the same year. Both have cats that jump out of nowhere, yelling and screaming for no good reason. This movie, it's like George is at the window, and even through the window you can hear the cat loud as day screaming at him. I looked on YouTube and saw a compilation of a bunch of horror movies that over the years and still to this day use that damn cat as a scare, and it's kind of annoying, but also sad and hilarious. How many times that they do it, how dumb it is every single time, but for some reason they think it works. And I guess it does work for some people. I'm not saying that now it's one of my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time, because I didn't grow up with it. I didn't watch it a bunch of times. But I still was creeped out by a lot of the scenes. I still was disturbed. There's a bunch of images there. Sure, some of it's a little dated. Sure, some of it's a little maybe cheesy now. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too have seen the original, the Amityville Horror. Do you like it? Is it your favorite? Like, did you grow up on it? Or are you mad at me for not praising it more? Because again, I thought it was good. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
Please won't you save my desires on fire? Sometimes you need a little peace at home on fire. So